Good day, viewers, and welcome to Soluble Tutors. Today we'll be discussing about radical equations with extraneous solution. In our subsequent video, we have discussed about radical equations that are direct and straightforward. But this one is a special case of radical equations because this will lead to us getting two answers. And from the two answers, one of them will be the real one, the other one will be extraneous. So please, let's write down. The first thing we have to do is to isolate this and get rid of the square root. How do we do that? Let's rewrite 3x plus 4. Okay. That's the root. So another root here. Root of 4x plus 3. What do we do in the first instance? We have to square both sides. Square both sides because square and square root are in opposite to each other. So square cancels square root. Square also cancels this square root. So we are now left with 3x plus 4 to give us 4x plus 3. So from there we have 3x here, we have 4x here. What we need to do now is to make sure that both of them are in the same place. So what do we do? In order for us not to get a minus here, we can take our x to this side. So how do we do that? You minus 3x from both sides. Minus 3x from both sides. So this cancels this. We are left with 4 at the left hand side is equal to 4 minus 3. That should be 1x. So that will give us x plus 3. The next thing we have to do is to get rid of this 3. How do we do that? Minus from both sides 3. Minus 3 from both sides. So this cancels this. 4 minus 3, that should be 1. 1 gives us s. Therefore, x is equal to 1. As you can see, this gave us just one answer, which does not deal with extraneous solution at all. Because this one answer, if we check, let's check. Check. If we check this now, here we have 3x. So in this root, instead of, we can put 3 into, instead of x, we have 1, because 1 is our answer. Plus, because we have plus here, plus 4, okay, is equal to, we have 4x plus 3. So 4 into 1 plus 3. So if you look at this properly now, so we'll be having 3 times 1, 3 plus 4. That should be 7. Is equal to 4 times 1, 4 plus 3. That should be 7. Since they are equal to each other, it means the answer is correct. Let's now go to the real equation that gives us extraneous solution. So let's check this. When you have something like this, 5 plus x minus square root of 4x plus 9 is equal to minus 2. What is the next thing we have to do? I want to do that we have to isolate this. But before we can isolate, the square root must be at both sides. At least, must be at both sides. So the next thing we have to do is to move this to the other side. So how do we do that? So you have to minus this from both sides. So let's rewrite this. Root of 5 plus x, okay, minus root of 4x plus 9 is equal to minus 2. So we have to subtract from both. We have to add this to both sides now because this is minus. So the opposite will be addition. You have to say plus root of 4x plus 9, okay, to give us plus root of 4x plus 9. We do the same thing to both sides. So in the actual sense, this cancels this. So we are having root of 5 plus x is equal to So you're having minus 2 and this together. So you have to write root of 4x plus 9 minus 2. So getting this equation now, we are now free, okay, to find the square of both sides. We are free to find the square of both sides. So how do we do that now? We have to find the square of both sides. Okay, so square both sides here. We have to put square again. Okay, square both sides. So squaring both sides, what do we get from there? What we get is this. Square cancels square root. We will be left with 5 plus x is equal to, now when you square this, it means it's like this, 4x plus 9 minus 2, okay, into another root of 4x plus 9 minus 2. That means they will be in two places. Okay, that's it. So we write this as 5 plus x. When we are solving this, what do? The next thing we have to do, this as you see it multiplies this. Okay, that's the first thing to do. So it means this and this are the same. The square root will disappear. So it means we will be having is equal to 4x plus 9. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is for this to multiply this 2, this minus 2. So it means we'll be having minus 2 into 4x plus 9. Okay, the next thing now is to take the second one here. The second one comes to the first one here. So we still have minus 2, okay, into root of, because this is multiplying this, 4x plus 9. So the next thing is for these two again to come and multiply this. So here, minus times minus, that should be plus. Okay, that should be plus. Now 2 times 2, that's 4. So the next thing for us is to simplify, and let's see what we get out of there. Okay, so by simplification, what do we get now? So we have to simplify and write now 5 plus x is equal to, now 4x is here, right? 4x, okay, plus 9. So we have to move this over here. This plus 4, we have to move it over to this place. Plus 4. Okay, it gives us, now this and these are like terms because they are similar sort. So we have just to take care of the coefficients. So minus 2 minus 2, that should be minus 4 into 4x plus 9. Okay, so let's go on. 5 plus x is equal to 4x. Now 9 plus 4, that should give us 13. 13 minus 4 into root of 4x plus 9. The next thing for us now is to make sure that we take again everything that is here, we bring it to one side and make sure that root is standing alone at one side so that we can still square both sides and get rid of this, that is, we isolate it. So how do we do that now? Very simple. Let me take everything here to this side. Since this one is having minus, let's take it to this side. What can we do now? So the next thing we have to do is to minus 5 minus x, because I want to get rid of this. This minus 5 is the opposite of this, minus x is the opposite of this. So is equal to, I have to do the same thing to both sides. So here also we have minus 5, okay? We also have minus x, okay? Minus x So let's see what happens here. This minus 5 cancel plus 5, minus x cancel x here. So the next thing for us now is that this place is now having 0 for now, is equal to 4 minus 1, that's 3x, okay. Here, 13 minus 5 gives us 8, and we are still having minus 4 root 4x plus 9. So the next thing for us to take this root 4 minus 4 root 4x plus 9. What do we do? So we add plus 4 root 4x plus 9 to both sides. So we are having it here, plus 4, okay, root 4x plus 9 now is equal to, we have to do the same thing to this side also, plus 4 root 4x plus 9. Okay, so this as a whole cancels this because of this difference in sign. So what do we have here? So we have our 4, okay, 4 root 4x plus 9 is equal to 3x plus 8. The next thing we have to do is to square both sides. We have to square both sides so that this square root can leave. Now square both sides. Squaring this side, it means the square of 4 is what? 4 times 4, that should be 16. So we have 16 into 4x plus 9, because this has cancels the square root, is equal to, this will be written in two places, okay, to be written in two places, okay. That's that about that. So what next now? So the next thing we have to do is to simplify. Simplifying this, I believe 16 multiplied by 4, that gives us 64. So we have 64x, okay, plus 16 times 9, that gives us 144, is equal to, so the next thing is that this 3x goes for this 3x, okay. Once they go like that, 3x times 3x, that should be 9x squared. Because 3 times 3 is 9, x times x is x squared. Okay. Now, plus this 3x goes for 8. So 3 times 8, that will give us 24. So we have 24x plus this 8 goes for this 3x. That's also 24x. Okay. Now 8 times 8, that should be 64. So plus 64 plus 64. So what's the next thing is for us to simplify further. So simplifying further, we write this 64x plus 144 is equal to 9x squared, x squared plus, now 24x plus 24x, that should give us 48x plus 64, as the case may be. So we have to bring everything together, because here now we'll be using this will give us a quadratic equation, and we'll be using root of 0 equation. So what do? We take everything at this side to this side. So it means we have to take away 64x, this is plus 64 because minus, okay, this is also minus 144. We do same thing to both sides. So this also gives us minus 64x minus 144. This cancels this, this cancels this. So we are left with 0 is equal to 9x squared. Now, minus 64, that 48 minus 64 give us minus 16x. Okay. 64 minus 144, it gives us minus 80. It is from there that we now have to find our product. Okay, this to this is our product, and this is our sum. That is, we multiply this by this to give us our product, and this is our sum. So let's come here. 9 can be separated into 3 and another 3. 3 times 3 gives us 9. Okay, and 80, this 80, okay, it gave us 2, 2, 2, because 2 in 80 gives us 40. Okay, 2 in 40 gives 20. Okay, and 2 in 20 gives 10. So 2 in 10 will give us 5. So the last thing is 5. So these are the prime factors of 80. These are the prime factors of 90. Now, how can we take the factors here that will give us addition of this? Very simple. It means you can take this, for example, now. 5 times 2, 10. 10 times 2, 20. Okay, I can take this 20 here. So I've taken this 3 here. Okay. Now, it remains 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 3, 12. 12 times 3, 36. So, from my own findings, minus 36 and 20, because minus 36 times 20, okay, gives us the product of what we are getting here. And minus 36 plus 20, okay, will give us minus 16. And that minus 16 is what we have here, okay, which is the sum. So let's now go. What do we do? It means 0 is equal to 9x squared. Instead of this, we write this 2. Minus 36x plus 20, okay, minus 80. Right. So what is common between these? What are the factors? 9 is common and x. Okay, so let's go. So 9x. Now, if we say 9x squared divided by 9x, it remains x. Okay. Now, this one now, when we divide it by this, it remains 4. The same thing must be here. Once you get this right, the same thing must be here. So what's the difference? Sorry, there's x here, please. So what's the difference between this and this now? That's 20. So if you look at this, we are factorized. Now, by this now, we have to take what is outside. That is, 0 can give us 9x plus 20, okay? Or 0 can give us, that's 9x plus 20, x minus 4. So therefore, 9x plus 20 is equal to 0, or x minus 4 is equal to 0. Which means 9x, this one comes to this side, is equal to minus 20. Okay? Dividing both sides by 9. Therefore, our x will be equal to minus 20 over 9. Or here, this one comes here, x is equal to plus 4. Okay? We have to check. We have to check to know what is really happening. Okay? Let's check. Check. So our questions initially is root of 5 plus x minus root of 4x plus 9 is equal to minus 2. Okay? By substitution, let's do this also. Root of 5 plus x minus root of 4x plus 9 is equal to minus 2. Let's substitute this first. X is equal to 4. Putting it here, it means root of 5 plus 4 minus 4, since our x is 4, into 4 plus 9 must give us minus 2. Let's see. 5 plus 9. 5 plus 4, sorry, that's 9. So root of 9 minus 4 times 4, 16. So 16 plus 9, that should give us 25, is equal to minus 2. So root of 9 is 3, root of 25 is 5, is equal to minus 2. Checking through this, we see that 3 minus 5, that's minus 2, is equal to minus 2. This is correct, okay? Therefore, x is equal to what? 4, okay? Is what? Is real, okay? Or x is equal to 4 is a solution. Is a solution. That's a real solution. Coming here now, let's substitute x is equal to minus 20 over 9 into here. So getting through that, what do we get? So it means we have root of 5 instead of x. That's minus 20 over 9 minus square root of 4 instead of x into minus 20 over 9, okay, plus 9 must give us minus 2. Let's check. Now, finding the LCM here. So you're having 9. So this is over 1. So 1 in 9. 9 times 5, that should be 45 minus 20. The minus that is here, we put it here, okay? So we have here, find the LCM also, as usual. This is over 1, okay? When we are to solve this 40 minus times minus 20 will give us minus 80. Give us minus 80. So we have our minus 80, okay? Plus 1 here, 1 in 9, 9 times 9, 81. That's 81 is equal to minus 2. Alright? So here, 45 minus 20, that should be 25. 25 over 9. We still have our square root intact. Minus, now, minus 80 plus 81. That should be 1 over 9. Must give us minus 2. Okay? Square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 9 is 3. Okay? Minus square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 9 is 3. Is equal to minus 2 now. We have a common denominators, so we can bring that together. 5 minus 1 now, because 3 here is 1, so 5 minus 1 to give us minus 2. 5 minus 1, that should be 4. So we have 4 over 3 is equal to minus 2. Is that equal to not? It's not equal to. So therefore, okay, x is equal to minus 20 over 9, okay? Therefore, x is equal to minus 20 over 9 is an extraneous solution. Is an extraneous solution. Right from the beginning, we can see that what we have here is that radical equation with extraneous solution, and that has been confirmed now, because what we got here now as our x is equal to minus 20, okay, and x is equal to 4. This is the real solution. This is extraneous, and that's why we have solved that, and I believe you understood it perfectly. Thank you and God bless. Please subscribe to our channel, okay? Comment below if you still need any question like this, or you have any question that is not clear to you, or you have another opinion. Please drop the comment below, share this video, and we'll meet in the next video. Thank you.